It's words from the heart, isn't it? You
Yeah.
can't say a prayer unless you
Yeah.
speak from the heart because it's the giver of hope. And
Yeah.
it's the hope that does the healing from states of despair in all different ways. So I think when we come together and we're unified, speaking those words from the heart, meaning each word, thinking about each word we say, that really shifts just a flat, 3D prayer, 2D prayer into something else. It becomes alive in that moment when you put your heart and your emotion, your intention, and your desire for the outcome and the expectation for that prayer to be answered. And that is the vehicle of faith, isn't it? And that's what gives the prayer it wings, literally. So whenever anyone comes to pray for someone's healing, if they're particularly ill, we have to stop in that moment and really step into that stillness, that quiet place within, that soulful place within, and really feel every word that we say with intention and meaning and heartfelt desire for that outcome. And that really, when said in unison, can have incredible results. And I do speak from experience on that. And those are the listeners that haven't heard me speak on that before. My daughter was gravely ill and had less than a 5% chance of surviving a very aggressive childhood cancer. And not only did we have the laying of hands, which had amazing results, but she wasn't expected to make it through the night. We also had a novena, which in our Catholic tradition is a prayer that's said at the same time every day. And we list as many people as we can to pray with heartfelt intention. Uh, and we have an Australian saint, and of course and because I was in Sydney, and it's the Sisters of the Sacred Heart of Joseph, the Josephites. So the founder of that was Sister Mary MacKillop, rather. And she's been canonized as a saint and recognized for two healings at end of life care when no medical intervention was possible. And so she's been recognized by the Catholic Church. So we had novenas said, and they were being said from the top of Australia right down, not just in our community and church, but sent out to believe non-believers. Please say these words with meaning, even if you don't have that background or that faith, but you have the desire for my daughter Miliana's healing. And when we found out that her brother was a match for her in the bone marrow room, which was potentially going to save her life, we found out on the feast day of Mary MacKillop. So we can call it synchronicity, but I really do believe that even the sisters that were praying for Mary, the retired sisters, and that's what they do in their retirement. They're relieved of those physical duties and going out, but they say they're literally, and the people that come to that chapel and they flood, it's packed all the time. People coming and looking for miracles. They consistently pray the novenas and help send them out for those that are ill. And two of the miracles were with cancer. And it seems to attract a lot of people, not just with cancer, but there's a lot of people coming there with incurable cancers or very unusual cancers. Um, and the reason I'm bringing that up is because I have had a conversation with a beautiful lady whose great nephew is gravely ill at the moment. His name is Joshua Rockford. So he's a 6-year-old boy in the UK. And we are an international community. So when we belong to Become in Support, we all join together when one of our members or family members are going through a trialing moment. And Joshua is on the autistic spectrum, but has just been recently diagnosed with a very aggressive, very rare form of muscular cancer. So he's about to start treatment with that. But because of my experience and my faith, of course, I did reach out to this community member and asked if it was okay if we sent that same prayer that I enlisted hundreds, if not thousands, to pray for my daughter, 18 years ago this August, that resulted in a miracle young lady. The doctors really couldn't explain how my daughter is here. So they did what they knew how to do, but all the way she wasn't meant to make it. And I believe all those prayers said. and the intercession of Mary MacKillop. She herself was so strong in her faith and her belief. Going out to the poor, creating education in communities. Uh, she really had such a faith in the divine providence that God's will be done. And she prayed with great humility and grace, always trusting in His will. So there's a beautiful novena prayer, and I think Marie is going to attach that to this episode's notes, and that will be started on the 30th of June, running over 9 days until the 8th of the 7th. And we would ask anyone that supported the podcast in the past or has gained anything from it, please take the time every day. And it doesn't matter, we're all in different time zones. And I'm told and assured by the sisters of St. Joseph that it matters not, but it does matter that everyone comes together and puts this petition for Joshua's healing and prays for his miracle recovery, because prayers are powerful. And prayers even go beyond the person suffering. They extend out to the family that come in support of that person who's going through it, because it's not a solo journey. There's lots of loved ones along the way that have to carry that and lift that person through. So just let us come together in love and an understanding of desire of peace, peace within a soul, peace within a family, and peace within our community. And let our combined words join together and offer up that heartfelt intention that this beautiful boy, a testimony to the perfection of what it is to be a soul in this physical reality, and delivering him from any suffering, but grant him a beautiful miracle that only that we know is possible when all hearts and minds join together and call on heaven to intercede.